What's up? My name is Khalil Johnson from RDK Studios, and today we'll be discussing the differences between continuous lights and strobes. Stay tuned. First up, we have continuous light. This brand is Godox. It's the SL60W. I've had it for a few years, old faithful, but there are plenty of brands out there at different price points and at different outputs that will get you plenty of light. So this light is actually daylight balanced. That's what the W indicates for white. It just means that the Kelvin temperature is around 5,600 Kelvin. Closer to the daylight outside, as opposed to tungsten, which is around 3,500, which would be bicolor. But they also have RGB lights, so they can create basically different colors on the spectrum, including red, green, blue, yellow, orange, anywhere in between. So those are more versatile, but sometimes they lack as much output. 60 watt is pretty low output, so you'll be able to find one in this output. When you get higher to maybe a 1200 or even maybe a 600, it just costs more to get the same output for the RGB lights that you would on a bicolor or daylight balanced light. Here is one of the strobes we have in the studio. This is the Orlit Quick 450. Actually, I don't even think they make this anymore. I've had this, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. So the main difference between strobes and continuous light is that strobes fire. They don't stay on continuously to provide constant light. So these are useful for photography. Continuous lights are useful for video. You can use it for photography as well, but you just don't get as much output as you would with a strobe. Right now I'm plugging it up so you can see what I mean by the strobe. Happening pretty fast, so you might not be able to see this flash of light. Different strobe lights have different refresh times and periods between when it fires and then it's able to fire again. Recycle time is the correct term. So you'll be able to see that the more you pay for a light in general, the quicker the recycle time. So that's one thing to consider when looking at which light to purchase. Here is a continuous light. I'm going to turn the brightness down so it doesn't blind you again. But here it just stays on, right? It's continuous, hence the name, continuous light. So that's the SL60. Matter of fact, I have one plugged up here behind me and one on the ground, another 60 watt light, and then this is a 150 up above me, but similar concepts that the lights stay on, right? They don't strobe and flash like the strobe light does. So one of the main differences, like I said, is the output of the light. The higher the number, the more output it has. So 60 watts of power, LED. This is a specific type of continuous light. This is called a COB, or chip on board. That's what this yellow chip here in the middle is. You can see that. Yep, that's the COB light. There are also panels, LED panels. I'll go grab one. So here I'm holding 2 different LED panels. Let me turn this brightness down. These are also daylight balanced. So here, it's one panel here. As you can see, it's significantly less bright than the COB panel, but they have, again, a variety of LED panels that have different outputs, so get a different feel. Here's one of my older LED panels. This is actually made up of little bulbs, as you can see, and these bulbs illuminate together to essentially create one light source. This one is by Neewer, and it's cool because you can power it with AA batteries or like a Sony NPF battery that I have in this one. So pretty versatile. So here's that same one, and it gets pretty bright. Yeah, quite bright. Turn that down. You can adjust the brightness here. Nice. Larger the light source, the softer the light. The smaller the light source, the harsher the light. So this will kind of create shadows, harder shadows. You can see there. Next, I'll be comparing the daylight balance with the tungsten balance. There's a more old school tungsten balance light. This is not an LED light. This light gets really hot. See that the color is quite different. So here is light with barn doors that you can kind of shape. You can see the difference in color. So in that, and then this daylight one. So here I have daylight balance. Here is tungsten balance. And this is a pretty good way to see the comparison in colors. That's it for today. Thank you for joining me. See you next time. Peace.